Alright, so hi everyone, welcome back to the guy who went viral for either the right or wrong reasons, depending how you look at it. Yes, that voice, that little cackle you heard is the one and only Dude. Hello man, how are you?
What's good? I'm chilling, dude.
That's good, man, that's good. Yeah, so for those who somehow missed out, I did a silly little reaction video. I mean, it's content. People love a good reaction video, and Dude and his awesome fans also watched it live on his stream, and they did a nice recording of it for his channel. And yeah, it went gangbusters. And as content creators, it's something that, you know, you always wonder, like, oh, what could happen if I did this, or what happened if I did that?
Yeah,
it's the greatest big what if. Like, it's and at the end of the day, it's content. So I will admit, yeah, a little bit of dry humor.
yeah, a little bit, just a smidge.
I will have to admit, I have been saying missiles myself lately every time I use them, so thank you for that.
Hey, let's go. I mean, it's just a feeling, you know.
It is, it's exactly right. And like every time now I use missiles, I feel like all those bamboo players or the Jet Scorcher players from Splatoon 2 now, like the shoes on the other foot now. How does it feel? It's just...
it must feel so good for you now, since it's like,
yeah.
dang, now you can send them right back.
It's so good now where Goo is in a much better place as opposed to Splatoon 2. I mean, people often like the Goo Tuber server, which is a thing. I'll put the notes for it in the description below if you want to join the Goo Tuber Discord server, where literally we have people from every region, including Japanese. Yeah, feel free to join that. It's open to literally anyone. If you want to be part of a great community where everyone's literally helping one another, no matter what the language barrier or, you know, no matter what the issue, everyone is willing to help one another, and it's a great community. So, yeah, so since Splatoon 2, we've had Suction Bomb Splashdown, which was probably one of the worst kits for that game, and I was on the wagon saying, I'm like no, I'm gonna deny. No, it's okay, it's fine, you know, it's fine. No, it was not fine, really. It was it was fun. Like, you'd have one good game every 10 matches where you get like 15 plus KAs or KDs or whatever, but it was very hard to be consistent. And like, there's only 2 or 3 minuscule map mode combinations where it would really effective. Although hitting the panic button was kind of fun every now and then, super jumping, panic butting, using that splashdown. And the other one custom was Curling Bomb Inkjet, for those who don't remember. That was quite an aggressive kit. Chocopero-san used it quite a lot, actually. He really respected that weapon and was using it quite a few times in tournaments. So that's the thing I kind of really enjoyed, that the fact that even the Japanese saw it, like, they kind of knew that the vanilla wasn't that great, but they really liked the custom because of the uniqueness of having a sniper with a curling bomb. Yes, yeah. I said sniper as well.
It's grown on you now, I see.
I know. Well, the thing is, I've played Battlefield and Call of Duty every now and then as well, so gotta admit.
Same. That's why I kind of get the whole sniper thing.
Exactly,
and
right.
I mean, it may as well be. It sounds cool as well.
Exactly right, yeah. So yeah, but obviously the unique thing that we have in the Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 is that Goo Tuber has its beautiful 5-second charge keep. Now, because of the Japanese background I like to call everything by the Japanese name, which I know is a bit, you could say it's a bit geeky or a bit nerdy, but like some of the...
No, it's passion.
No. Well, to me, right, a lot of the Japanese things, the names and words they use for this game make a lot more sense. So like, in Japanese, it's called charge keep, which is literally what it is, really, because you just keep your charge moving around and whatnot. I mean, in English, it's called store charge, which is fair enough, but charge keep I just like, because it just sounds cooler. But yeah, so 5 seconds you could be submerged under ink. This is basically a tutorial video. I hope you guys don't mind a tutorial video live with Dude, and he can probably either verify or, you know, recommend slightly different things. But that's cool, because you know, that's what we kind of like here. We like having an open microphone where people can just come in and submit what their thoughts and how things should be happening. But yeah, and another thing that's Splatoon 3 we have is Squid Surge and Squid Roll, and oh my goodness me, Squid Surge is such a game change it, especially for Goo Tuber. And well, I mean, other chargers and Norless to a degree, you could say, very benefit from it. But the fact is that you can like just be on a wall, be there for like 5 seconds, and then spring up and surprise the crap out of someone is amazing. And especially when you have a full charge stored, it's just like the best feeling as well. Now there was one comment I saw someone tweet under your posting of that, reacting to the Now their comment was goo bagging in high parentheses or whatever. Goo bagging is a legit strat. Now
is it?
Yeah, it is a legit strat. It is legit.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so I'm glad you want me to tell you. So basically, if you're in a great situation where you can't swim, there's like you're on a graded area, you can't swim. So what you have to do is, if you have a stored charge available, just constantly squid bag, and you actually go faster than you do if you had no run speed or no swim speed. You can literally just hold charge and basically squid bag, but with a stored charge, hence the name Goo Bag. The funniest thing about this silly technique is that Japanese players caught onto it. And there were Japanese players posting on their Twitter clips with the word Goo Bag in English written on their clips. So I was like, wow, okay, it's actually catching on.
I actually see it. I'm like doing it on the gray right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I see it. It's like you have to like time it perfectly because you don't want to fall through the gray. But
correct. But just imagine all the unpaintable areas though too. That's another advantage too. Although
that's pretty good.
If you have run speed though, I guess you don't really need to. But there's a North American player called Pickles. He likes to run speed on his Goo Tuber, and it's good for mobility, especially if you're in close combat as well. But having that main does help a lot more when it's in a situation where you're on a grade or an unpaintable. So you're not really necessarily needing that Goo Bag tech. As funny as it sounds, but yeah. Goo Bag is legit.
It is what it is.
Now another thing too with the charge keep technique. Now a lot of people substrafe with shooters, which is fair enough. I couldn't help notice your your substrafing even with a Goo Tuber. But people, for those who don't know about Goo strafing, legit it's like substrafing, except instead of having to use your sub weapon, you can basically have a stored charge, or even better still, you can have a 3/4 charge, which is enough to get 100 damage. You could literally just you start swimming one direction and then pop up and then tilt back the other way with like coming out of like you would do with substrafe. You can do the same with Goo with the whole charge. Just keep going left, right, and it's so quick. So you literally hold charge.
With that little end leg that Goo has, it's just like it's legit. It's the quickest charger in the game that actually can pop up. Can actually do that, I think so.
Yeah. And that's what also splits it from the other weapons too, because like also when you're popping up, like pretty sure Elite is the slowest. I think Squiffer and Goo have the same pop-up time. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Squiffer's like a millisecond slower or a frame slower. It's not much different from memory, but yeah. Its
pop-up time is fast, but like there's still a bit of lag like when you like start standing again. So like it's Goo is just like instant. Like it doesn't even like account for like the frames afterwards.
That's right. Yeah. One thing I do like too is because it's about the fact that you don't need a full charge with this weapon. This is I'm pretty sure this is the only charger you don't need a full charge to get a kill with, which is really good. The fact is too, if you're squid surging, the thing I like to do is if you've got just under a 3/4 charge, by the time you jump up into the air, the charge time will allow you enough more charge so you can get over enough to get a kill, if that makes sense. So like if you're watching my screen, guys, so if I charge about just over half, which isn't enough to kill, but if I jump up, it'll charge enough more to get a kill, which is very nice as well. So you can be swimming around with like just over half charge stored, and then you can go up a wall and then squid surge, and then by the time you're in the air, you have enough charge to get a kill. And it's you can't do that with any other charger really, or any other sniper. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, Goo is really fantastic, and the fact is too, because we've got this brand new kit of a torpedo and torpedo and tenta missiles. So torpedo is a great sub for Goo because I need to drill this into people's heads because no one really knows this properly at all, and I'm pretty sure you should be well aware of this, right? It's the Goo Tuber tap shot torp combo. So basically what you need to be doing is two ways you can do it. You can throw the torpedo out on the ground so it skids along and hits the target, and that will do 60 damage. If you do a tap shot, it's 40, it's 100, and it's a kill. It's a dead. It's a very dead.
Well, yeah, it's like if the torp hits, you just tap them and then they're dead straight away.
That's right.
Pretty good.
It's a deady weddy squiddy widdy, which is something I don't say until just now apparently. But anyway, so yeah, and people, I remember someone questioning me like, oh, what if someone's running sub defense? Oh, well, that's fine. I'll just hold down the charge for like an extra second for an extra couple of frames, and it's literally no different. It's still as fast. So yeah, and then obviously tender missiles is great for, as you were saying on your stream or the reaction video. It's just good to create chaos with the other opponent team. Like you get them to disperse. You want them to separate and like just so that if they get caught out in a situation where they're in mid and you tender missiling them, it just disperses them. And we all know that with like in Splatoon 2, that's common knowledge now. But the thing I like too with this kit is that not only with tender missiles you can help locate and as you were saying, it's like a point sensor or whatever you were saying, recon. That's it.
Yeah, it's basically recon. Yeah.
It's basically a recon. You can target 3 people with missiles and then use a torpedo to find the 4th.
Yeah, exactly that.
If you have a little bit of knowledge of where you think that 4th would be, it's amazing because then it's a bit hard to do it in solo queue because obviously you're not communicating with someone on your team because obviously low chance that you'll be able to team up with someone who you know on Discord or whatever, and you just voice chat with them. But in solo queue, it's a bit harder to do that. Or the only giveaway you can do is like with the torp, there is that little icon, the little indicator icon. So you can see that little arrow circular, which will show your teammates where someone is. I believe that's what happens with a torpedo. A little recon logo around the player. So that's it's basically like a point sensor, but a bit more deadlier, I guess. But yeah. So Goo Tuber, like I was saying before we will probably hit record, Goo Tuber is a weapon that literally anyone can play. Now, the problem with my reaction was it was a bit too like, oh, why should pro players be playing it? No, because the problem is my message about Goo Tuber is that it's a weapon that anyone can play and they can do well with it. I shouldn't be trying, like, I was trying to it came across like I was trying to gatekeep it, which is totally not what I'm doing, because if you look at the community that I built, it's just how it is, really. Like Splatoon 2, when I came across another Goo Tuber in solo queue, I was so happy. I was just so excited. Like,
it's just like I'm not alone anymore.
There are other people out there in the world, thank goodness. But it was kind of good though, because towards the later part of Splatoon 2's main life, before Splatoon 3 came out, a lot of people went back and tried other weapons just for fun, and Goo was picked up a lot. So it was good to see like people play Goo towards the later part of Splatoon 2's life. But then, the thing that didn't help it was the vanilla kit was not great and custom was okay.
I always liked, like, whenever it came to like trying the Goo Tuber and like even Splatoon 2, like the only one I ever gravitated to was the one that had Carling and Inkjet.
Yeah,
because the kit was just good, you know. It
was, and it was very aggressive. Like you could sneak up and just pop Inkjet. It was basically like an M parry but with a charger. Basically, yeah. That's quite nice. The other thing is too, though, right, is Inkjet got heavily nerfed in Splatoon 2 as well over time. Like early days of Splatoon 2, the jetpack was meta. Well, sorry, Inkjet was meta. And
at the same time, too, like, I felt like Goo. I mean, I guess like Goo kind of struggled a lot by being a charger at the same time, and like how the meta kind of shifted into a lot of armors and a lot of missiles. It's just like, even if you try to hit people, you can't. No, even if if you try to post up anywhere, you have to move because missiles. It just became really annoying to play. Yeah, and the fact that, like, I think the uniqueness thing I like too is the fact that it's a full charge is 180. I did a little thing in the reaction video. Now, someone tweeted a while ago that, you know, when you respawn from
spawn, obviously, you have that little bit of that shining armor. Apparently, that's 25 health. So
right, yeah.
So you have a 100 plus the 25 when you spawn, and a goo does 180.
Yeah.
So you can. I think that's confirmed. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done enough times to really try it out, but yeah, that's.
So like, you mean like being able to have like a full charge on a Goo Tuber and then shooting them in the armor and then being able to kill them out of the armor.
Correct.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. It's hard to say because the same with the Elite, because I think that does like 220 if I'm not mistaken.
Probably right.
And like it's like sometimes I'm able to kill straight like people right out of their armor if they spawn, and sometimes it doesn't happen. I'm not too sure why it doesn't, but it's just like
okay.
You know.
Elite full charge is 180. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, it's 180 in this game.
Yeah, 180. Yeah, 180. Maybe you think did MPU on Splatoon 2's Elite do damage, or was that just pain?
I think that I can't even remember what that did.
I
I never used to use. Actually, no, wait, no, it gave it extra range. That's what it did.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'm probably mistaking Elite 220 to like Splatoon 1 Elite because I think that did a lot of damage.
And that would make sense because a lot of people did start going back and playing Splatoon 1 during towards the end of Splatoon 2's life. I noticed.
Yeah, I might have got confused with that, so that's all good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the basic info you guys need to know about Goo Tuber. One thing I guess I just wanted to do was spread the word, drill down exactly what people need to know about this amazingly stupid fun weapon, because it really is though, because that's what this weapon really stems down to, right? It's the fun sniper, it's the jankiest sniper. You can do all the silliness in the world with it, like going up walls, doing a squid surge, popping out of nowhere, killing someone straight in the face. It's close range is fun. The ability to close combat with the torp tap combo, which is a really amazing feature now that we have this with this kit, because Splatoon 2 we couldn't really do any of that really, because suction bomb and cooling bomb. I mean, cooling bomb, if you get a calculated cooling bomb, which is what I like to call when you hold down all the way and then just throw out a cooling bomb, which was nice. If you get chip damage there, that might have been 40 or 35, and then you could get a tap kill there, but it was hard to do because of the limit we had. Very limited to the fact that cooling bomb, not so much a area effect weapon, but torp is
like having someone to like a calling bomb is just like you have to get really lucky.
Yeah.
Well, I guess really lucky or really calculated just to be able to hit them. So.
Exactly right.
And that doesn't happen every day. So
no, that's right. So the biggest conversation that's been having in the Goo server lately is what is our ideal second kit? I keep swapping on the sub, but my ideal second kit for Goo is like Burst Bomb Inkstorm or Burst Bomb Booyah Bomb.
Yeah, I could see that. I think I can see a Burst Bomb being like something, because it'll be like it'll be very similar to this kit though, but like it would be I feel like the Goo Tuber would be like one of those weapons where having a Burst Bomb wouldn't be so dire, where like the game would be like, this is it. We're going to see this weapon for the rest of our lives, and we're gonna hate it.
And I would be all for it.
Yeah.
That was that was my fear though, because like when it got data mined that it had tented missiles, a lot of people in the Goo server were saying, oh well, people are only going to be using it now for tented missiles, but like I don't think that's yet the case.
No, yeah, because like you can fight with this weapon. Like you can fight with this weapon pretty solidly. Like you can. I mean, you have like firstly you have a solid amount of range to work with, and then it's just like, okay, well, if you want to use your tender missiles and backup, then you can, and then you don't always have to play for it. Like you can actually like still tap people and hit people if you put yourself in good like spots and all that. So.
Yeah. One other thing I quickly want to mention is I forgot the fact that early days when Splatoon 3 came out, people were discovering the text, and there's like there's that jump cancel animation when you come out of surge. You can do that with Goo as well, and still have a full charge as well. So that's a fun thing to do. I keep doing it by accident, which is the funny part.
Yeah.
But
it's a happy accident, I guess.
Yeah, happy accident. That's right. And I feel like because I feel sorry for the Splat Charger user because I feel like that kit is not that great. Like InkVac.
Splat Charger?
Yeah, InkVac. I don't know if it's because I keep finding ways to kill charges when they're straight out in the open. Like, because back in Splatoon 2, people would obviously they'd fire out their suction bomb rush or their stingray, but in this game they got this special called InkVac, and they can be openly exposed. So I feel like with that now in mind, we can combat most charges, except for Elite. That's the only one I struggle with. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally. I don't mind the Splat Charger.
Yep. Okay.
Like vacuum that much because I mean, it still has a splat bomb, and that's always
true.
just gonna be really freaking good.
Yeah. True.
Like I think Ink Vacuum, like I think why it works. I mean, it works well with Charger depending on like where you're always playing. Like. Because like I kind of see it as Ink Vacuum's kind of it's the kind of special where like you're not really going to use it to like how do I even explain it? It's like you're always like when you're playing a charger, it feels like when you're using an Ink Vacuum, you're always in a solid spot to actually use it safely instead of like being like super close up to people. So it works in that kind of case, and going forward with that, it's like if you need to basically counter anything, or if you're basically like the last person alive using a Splat Charger and like you need to use something to get yourself out, then that can help, and unless you're just going to jump out too. It's also like when you play tower control too, it's like you're a little shield on the tower using vacuum, and it's just like, all right, cool, nothing can touch me as long as I'm looking at the right place. So I think it's something that like, definitely gets like vacuum in general. It takes a lot of getting used to because I feel like if you know where you want to have your vacuum, then you get use out of it. But if you don't, then it's gonna be like, what am I doing? So
yeah, I guess because like I've just gone against people who've used it in a panic situation and they're just let them exposed. But because I understand, because like especially if you're pushing tower and you've got someone with an InkVac behind the tower just taking in all the bombs that are being thrown out or all the specials or whatever. So in that case, I can see definitely InkVac being really strong in those situations and whatnot. But yeah, I guess I haven't played, and like I've been trying to play rank only, but because I'm a full-time job and I'm a dad as well and stuff like that, like I just don't have enough energy to play the game enough. So
that is fair.
So like,
that is valid.
So towards the end of Splatoon 2, my main goal was to get to max points, which is what I did, and that was like one of my main goals. Yeah, getting X rank, which was easily achieved because that was just so much fun. I was the only Goo playing X rank, and there was not. Oh, sorry, grinding to X rank. So I should say. So getting quad X rank with Goo and getting max points, which is what I did. And I think I'm the only Westerner to get max points on the vanilla Goo Tuber.
I think I saw that post actually, like the other day.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's like, wow, yeah.
So yeah, it's funny because the thing too, because I've been playing with a lot of Japanese soy tuber players, and like seeing them reach max points. There's like 5 or 6 of them that I've been in touch with on Twitter and Discord, like just seeing how they've been playing with the weapon, seeing how the like differentials go, because doing Goo PBs with them is fun, but you don't really learn too much, except when they watched back on my clips on my VODs, because I was recording them for the fun, just for some practice, whatever. They were noticing like my positioning was a lot different to how they would be playing, and I think that's a massive thing too, because like I feel like with each region has a different mentality about how the game should be played and how
they definitely do.
And yeah, it was just opening to see, because like refreshing to hear and see what they were saying about how I was playing, or how like the other Goos from other areas were playing, like especially in NA Goo Tubers. They all have different roles again on top, because just how they play and their mindset. So there's no real right or wrong way with this weapon. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to put down a solid role for this weapon. Like I like to think like it's a midline support / backline support maybe.
I've like in this game specifically, I see it like it's like support, but backline, but like it could also it's like support backline, but like it plays midline, and
correct. Yeah.
It's from all its support, it's like it gives the entire team full recon, Same time too, it's the best painting charger in the game.
Damn
at
right.
the same time too. So it's just like, it paints a whole bunch, so you can it does well in that. And it's like if you got a shot on you too, you're gonna be able to hit people as well. So
Exactly.
it does quite a lot, but it's just the part there's like a barrier where like you gotta like understand like how much charge you need for it to actually hit something, or like how far it actually shoots, because you'd think like it shoots as far as a charger, but it's like a little less.
A little less.
So,
It's not much, but it is a little less. It's more than it's more than Swiffer, but just a tiny bit less than a bamboo.
yeah, exactly.
And the best just about the painting thing, in Splatoon 2, Swiffer you would see a lot with MPU, because that just widened their shot basically, and they painted more. But now there's no MPU in this game. Hurrah, hurrah!
Hopefully, no update for MPU. Jeez,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so I feel like now, because we're on a far even playing field now.
Yeah.
No rule charger beats rule like outstandingly. I don't know, because I feel like I've only seen approximately 10 bamboos and maybe like not many more Squiffers.
Yeah, bamboo's like, I played it the other day. It's so hard to play now in this game. It's just like the thing of bamboo as well. It doesn't paint at all now.
No,
like
right.
it's horrendous.
So yeah, that's brought me great joy knowing that there's less bamboo players in the world.
I'm fine with that too. Getting one shot by that thing with like barely any charge. It was so annoying, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, people who love bamboo will stick to it, and that's fair enough. Like, you can't blame them for not trying other weapons. Yeah. And that's one thing.
Play Goo though.
Yeah, give it a go. Give it a go. It's good fun. One thing I will say, a lot of the Japanese players that I've been watching and following on Twitter who have been playing Goo, most of them, their second weapon has been Splatana, which has been very intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Like the Splatana wiper?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So it's just been interesting following how like they've just, because I feel like kind of Goo and it kind of have sort of similarities, but I don't know. I don't really know. It's just interesting.
None of the bamboos had an ultra stamp, so that's kind of odd.
That's true. Yeah, good point. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it really. I thought I'd ask you too, like, because everyone has their thoughts about what certain builds are appropriate.
Right, yeah.
The LDE train is all aboard. All aboard their LDE train.
Yeah.
Especially with ink management, because I am terrible just constantly throwing bombs and then not realizing, oh, I've got no ink left.
Yeah. I think like, finish your point before I go on.
Well, I was just gonna say, because then the other points are like, do you run like as mains, Inksaver sub, and because the other thing too, Goo's massive thing is movability, like being able to move around. Mobility, sorry, is that word? Not movability. That's not a word, is it?
It's a word now. You just made it up.
No, I'm good at that. So yeah, mobility is key. So having that bit of swim speed or maybe a little bit of run speed can help you a little bit. But yeah, swim speed I feel is probably necessary. Also, I've been liking 0.1 or 0.2 of intensify action. It just helps you squid surge a bit faster and squid roll. Sorry.
I going on with intensify. Like I actually thinking about it. Like I mean, okay, with the squid surge, it'll probably help you squid surge a little faster. I don't know the specifics on it with like how much it helps with it. Yeah. I just know that like having like one sub like greatly increases like the how much effect of squid roll and squid surging effects. And if Goo for whatever reason had spread, then it'll increase that too, or jump spread. But luckily it doesn't, so that doesn't really matter. I'm just thinking like with Goo Tuber, like it's a nice thing to have where like you can always be able to move like really fast from place to place. That's something that I personally like, especially like since you're probably going to be utilizing the hold charge a lot. You kind of want to be able to swim fast into it, so like having like a main one sub or however much that's comfortable to you, just to like get from place to place. So I think that's pretty good. LDE, yeah, that's like in a competitive sense, like I think that's just like a must because like it's so friggin' annoying just for other people to deal with like a torpedo being thrown like every single half second. So you know, so it's just like all right, that's.
The joy I've
go on.
No, it's okay. The joy I've had people saying, like, if I've like fellow oceanic people, if I go up against them and I know who they are, I'm just gonna annoy the crap out of them just by throwing torpedoes at them because, like, especially if they're sharking, because that's like torpedo is such a good sub weapon for finding sharkers.
Yeah, for 100%.
It's funny to see because like Crabhead had it and a few other weapons that pass me at the moment. Kenza Junior, sorry, had it. It's just like Kenza Rapid with torpedo was so frigging agitating. Yeah, but now
there were people with playstyles where literally they didn't even use the rapid; they just threw the torpedo. Like,
yeah, that's right.
It's crazy.
Main weapon? What main weapon?
This is the main weapon. It's the torpedo.
Well, that was the funny thing because Pickles posted a meme saying the Goo Tuber is the special weapon. You main the sub. You main torpedo, and the special is the sub was So the main was torpedo. The sub.
Yep.
Is Goo Tuber, and the special is Ted Missile still.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah, luckily it hasn't really happened just yet that people aren't spamming missiles. Reflux is doing a good enough job of people really hating missiles more than Goo, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah, 100%. It keeps the talk off the game for a good bit.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping we get new kits soon. I mean, don't rush them, Nintendo, but like. Yeah, get figure enough time out so people figure out, okay, Goo's actually kind of decent now. It's kind of funny though because I feel like even in that last patch we got, I was really surprised that Goo's special did not get nerfed. Like crazy. I don't know why that didn't get nerfed. Because it's missiles and literally every other missile weapon got nerfed.
Yeah, I think it's probably because like compared to Flingzer and Reflux. Even though the Goo Tuber paints really well, it's like the way you're gonna play it, you're most likely not going to be playing for missiles most of the time.
No, that's right.
Or like not gonna. I guess the main focus, like the amount of output per minute, is probably just not gonna be as much as like a Reflex that's constantly shooting and Goo Tuber's not constantly shooting. So I can understand it in that sense. So.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing someone posting a video of Reflux with the like special charge up, and like within 3 seconds they had missiles. So
yeah, exactly. No, this ain't so
fun.
Dumb.
This is so dumb. Please.
Yeah.
It's a shame though, because like I feel for people who like Reflux. Like that weapon could have had so much a better special, but it got given missiles. So.
Yeah, but I mean that's the playstyle behind it. No, it's just literally like you play for those missiles and then you shit them out. I mean, I kind of like that because it's like at least it's not. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen in the future. But like, I hope like we don't get like weapons where they can actually play like it's like an aggressive weapon that can play off the missiles and it's just like it just rushes you down like it's a K shot or maybe even ends up or anything like that. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because the last thing we want is to shoot it with missiles, so...
yeah, I'm okay. I don't want to see that anymore. Like, if that was to ever happen, like, give it to, like, it'd have to be a weapon that doesn't paint that great.
Lunar Blaster.
Honestly, Lunar Blaster could have it, maybe.
I mean, Clash
honestly.
Clash Blaster had it, but, And there were people
Clash Blaster can have it again.
People constantly running Clash Blaster in Splatoon, no matter what.
Yeah, we might see more of those. But I mean, it's the weapon's okay. The weapon's just okay, So yeah, it might struggle to like being able to play off it. But yeah, that's if Nintendo's gonna give missile weapons to those. Yeah, give it to those. Lunar or something.
I do enjoy the fact that they have made this game a bit more balanced in the ways that you do have to rely on your weapons more than your specials now. Like the fact that like they've put most of the specials at 200 points as opposed to like one being a 150, 160, 170, 180. It's all based 200 roughly, which is so good. Which is again making a level playing field for all weapons to work. So
that's solid.
So yeah, I think that's about really I wanted to have a chat about, dude. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add about Goo? Because I know after doing a little bit of research that yes, you were a former Charger main.
Yeah, it was like one of like the first weapons that I really like got. Like in Splatoon 1, like it was like no one really knew what was going on, but like when I used it was mainly Splatterscope that I was really like a big fan of.
Yep.
And I used that for a good while. Like I literally played. It was like the only thing I played until I played a competitive tournament, and then I noticed how strong the 96 was, and it was just like, well, that is that's the weapon I should be playing, and then I was really good at that, and then I started flexing to a bunch of other stuff. So, but that's about it. Yeah.
I went from stick scope to sploosh to Goo. Don't ask. Just
interesting. I won't ask. It's all good.
Because I don't know how I even got around to that. Because I remember early days when Splatoon 2 came out. I remember playing Bamboo as just for fun and saying, "Oh, Bamboo is the only charger." And then, look how that turned out.
Yeah. There's many more, dude.
To be fair, that was when Bamboo before it got absolutely busted. But,
yeah, I mean, to be honest, in that game, when MPU wasn't a thing, it felt like Bamboo was still pretty usable, but it just doesn't. In this game right now, it's just like it probably needs a better sub to make it more usable. So,
one fun fact about Goo Tuber Splatoon 2: it only received one nerf out of its whole time.
That's pretty good.
And it was the one nerf that I feel like we didn't want because. The only nerf it got was it decreased the range a shot flies just before a full charge by roughly 5%. So basically, our tap shot nerf, tap shot got nerfed, the range got nerfed by 5%, which I feel like could have changed a fair bit actually. It's strange because we had a massive discussion about this in this Goo server, and it's just like, imagine in a world where we didn't get a single nerf. Because like tap shot, I believe that Goo Tuber's tap shot is the second longest range tap shot of all the snipers. I believe.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I kind of just tried it like right now, and it's like I'm just tapping it, and it's just like, wow, it actually has like a ton of range. Like if I was to try it with the Squiffer real quick.
Yeah, I think the
Squiffer's a little bit. The Squiffer's actually shorter than the Goo Tuber.
Correct. Yeah.
After tap shot.
So yeah. I know we're just all barking numbers and data, but yeah, it's really all that stuff goes out the window when you're in a game. Like for me,
yeah, like when you're playing, it's like you don't think about it, but like you kind of like after when you watch it, you kind of think like, oh yeah, I can actually do stuff like this too. So.
Because the fact we're still early in Splatoon 3, like there'll be times where I'll get kills and I'm like, huh, that killed?
Yeah.
I'm not used to the fact that I get better kills as opposed to Splatoon 2, where Splatoon 2 it'd be a random suction bomb kill or a calculated curling bomb or a super jump splash down. But in Splatoon 3, I'm realizing like, oh, there's more ways to kill now with this weapon because there's a bit of variety now with using the torp tap combo and stuff like that. So yeah. No, it's good. Like, if in the future, I kind of hope to see if we do get some nice new kits. Like, I mean, Burst Bomb, Booyah Bomb, or Inkstorm. It sounds audacious, but if it happens, hey, I'll be the happiest man. I'm dreading. If we get Zipcaster, I'm not playing Splatoon 3 ever again.
I don't think it'll make sense. Like, Tuber Zipcaster.
No. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the only reason it makes sense on a charger is either Squiffer or Bamboo.
Yeah,
like that's the only
I could see Squiffer.
Yeah.
But that's actually honestly, I could only see Squiffer. I feel like Bamboo's gonna struggle.
Yeah.
In some ways, but
yeah. If we get Big Bubble or Zipcaster, I mean, Big Bubble's okay, I guess. Or even Tactical would be kind of nice because we could like paint it so quickly and get Tactical. Like I feel like that would be a little annoying, but then again, if you're gonna use Tactical, you might as well use either dualies, the Dapple dualies, or use the Dynamo Roller. Or NZ maybe actually. NZ might be preferred, but
yeah. I'm interested. Like maybe like I'm just thinking about it. Like what if like it might be a little annoying if Goo Tuber was to get like point sensor or something.
Yeah,
but like I think it could work in some case because it's like I mean, the way you're playing with Goo Tuber, if you like, okay, you could throw bombs, but like if you're throwing a bunch of point sensors, then you know exactly where everyone is. It's like
yeah.
you know.
Because a few people have suggested not just point sensor, but the angle shooter, and
Oh God, no! God, no, no!
I kind of share that same thought. Like, no, please, I don't want that.
Yeah,
you're basically just throwing darts, and you're never going to hit all the time.
Yeah.
With point sensor, you're very likely to get it because it's the area effect sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I mean, the 30 damage is nice, but like, torpedo indirectly does 35 from memory. Like, and that's just indirectly.
Yeah, it does the same thing, but much better, and it puts paint on the floor.
Exactly right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Suction Bomb came back, maybe a little bit, but at the same time, because Suction Bomb just felt so much fun. Like you could, like,
yeah, Suction Bomb's always good.
Because you could Suction Bomb, splashdown, trap people. Like, you thought you threw a Suction Bomb behind them, then that would obviously, like, you splash down and then threw the Suction Bomb, and then other way around, and then that would be a guaranteed kill regardless.
Yeah.
And like that and Ink Brush were the only weapons that could do that. So, but obviously we're in Splatoon 3, so we can't hold on to the past. So
yeah, we gotta let it go.
It's so funny that because some of the Japanese players and followers I've been watching, some of them do miss Splashdown, and it's so funny to see.
Yeah, I've noticed that for like some people who played Tetris, where they're just like, man, you know what? If I would prefer Splashdown more than Reef Slider. So
I mean, because of the end lag, the end lag is killer though. Like that's
yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main issue right now. Maybe they might buff it until like around December, but
who knows?
We'll just have to wait and see in that.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, yeah, we could talk forever about this game and this weapon.
Honestly,
it invites so much discussion, and it's ridiculous because, like, it's just like people are like, oh, it's just a kids game. It's just a kids game. No, there's a whole lot more to it.
There's a whole lot more to it, just in general for Splatoon, and I always say that this game is like genuinely like one of the greatest shooters ever made, in compared to other shooters with like the amount of genius that goes into like. Of course, like the characters and like the ink and the how you get your ink, how you move, like how you traverse yourself around the map, how you get control. It's like it's so well thought out, and it's like I feel like that part of the game is like missed a whole lot from, I guess, just in general from how the game looks, you know. And aesthetically, it looks good, you know. I don't care if it looks like this; it looks great, you know. And I think everyone should have like a chance to like give this game a try and you know, have some fun with it, because you probably lose a lot of time or productive time because you keep getting addicted to this game. So
don't burn yourself out, that's for sure. You can enjoy it, but enjoy it responsibly, I guess.
100%.
Yeah, just like every other online game, there's always a chance that you may get a little bit toxic or you might get a little bit salty. So yeah, just be careful with how you spend your time and energy, and just be nice people. Like,
honestly,
don't let a video game get the better of you, of your emotions. Just It's actually kind of funny. Quickly, a lot of the Japanese players on Splatoon 2, they would post their results screen on Splatnet, and if they did poorly, they would use this word. I can't remember the word, but it would translate to war criminal, which meaning they performed badly. Yeah, I know. This is when you titled your video "Goo Tuber Warlord." I'm like, should I tell him?
No. I don't know, man. I've heard this phrase used by my friend, and I was just like, you know what? This is a perfect phrase to use. It's just like, yeah, man.
So basically, try Goo Tuber, friends. Everyone try it. It's so much fun. Even if you use shooters or if you use other charges, just give Goo a go. Like, watching dude stream playing Goo, like he did a couple of streams ago. It was like a Rainmaker Sturgeon. He like amazing. Like, if just watch a good Goo Tuber player like dude, right? I mean, I'm just your average Joe Blow who can't aim for shite. I am so terrible when it comes to consistency and aiming. Like, that's my biggest flaw I have. But
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You just gotta practice.
Just gotta practice. Yeah. If I had the time like you did, man, I feel like I would be a lot better. But that's
true. That's true. Yeah, I do have a lot of time, so it's just like I just, it's just a constant improvement here. So
yeah. So last reminder too, Goo Tuber Discord invite for the server will be in the YouTube description box or wherever you're watching this from. Check it out. I've got this notification thing for we ping people if you want to play with other Goo Tubers just doing open matches or private battles. I've been hesitant on opening a private battle for Splatoon 3 Goo Tuber because everyone's just going to be spamming missiles and it's not going to be fun.
True.
Splatoon 2 was fun to get splashed down in jetpack, but not Splatoon 3. No.
Yeah, that's very friggin' true.
I'm kind of waiting for a second kit because like people keep bugging me like, oh, when's the next Goo PB? I'm like, soon guys, soon. Anyway.
That's funny, dude.
Because people have to learn to dodge tender missiles eventually, I suppose. So.
Yeah, about 4 of them. 40 missiles on one person, like.
Oh gosh, I mean, this is the reality. This is the new reality we live in now. So.
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright guys, you don't need to let me know to tell you to go follow Dude. You're probably already following him. But I appreciate you guys watching, you taking out your time to either watch Dude's content or if you're here from Dude, thank you guys for watching. Chuck a sub or follow. I appreciate it very much, Lee. I'm a bit bit casual with the content creation side of things. But yeah, it's good fun though, because like Splatoon 3 is so fresh, new game, new way to look at the game, new way to play the game, I guess, with the kits we've gotten now, and yeah, it's just a lot more balanced shooter right now than it's ever been. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Dude, for coming here as well. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no 100%. Worries. Thanks for having me on. It's been a good talk, really good talk actually. It's really fun to just like sit down and talk about a weapon for a good hour and just having a good discussion and all that. So yeah, thank you for having me on. Make sure to follow Jacko as well if you want to like learn about Goo Tuber and a lot more. And of course, join that server as well. So
yeah, and also guys, can you leave a comment on Dude's video saying we appreciate you're passionate.
Yeah, totally.
I enjoyed that comment spam. That was very enjoyable. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
My people work together, it seems so.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Have a good one.